Previously on the Civil BachelWar, 19 women returned home after the first round so that they could take over responsibilities in the home. With their husbands at war, the farms and the house need to be taken care of, and factory jobs need to be filled. In this episode, Robert must choose between the 5 remaining women: Mary Chestnut, Clara Barton, Harriet Tubman, Gail Hamilton, and Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Welcome to the Civil BachelWar. This episode is brought to you by Uncle Tom's Cabin. I'm here with our bachelor, son of Abraham Lincoln, Robert Todd. Robert, how are you? I'm feeling very conflicted, Chris. I understand why all those women had to leave, having to tend to the farms their husbands left behind, and fill the jobs in the economy that the men previously held. But I'm still very excited to see what the remaining women have to offer. Even though most of them are like 20 years older than me, let's reintroduce the women.
Literally, I'm getting really nervous. I don't want him to know I have a husband because I really like Robert, but I don't know if he returns my feelings. I represent the housewife from the north and he better respect that. They are the real heroes because they take care of the children while the men are at war.
I'm feeling pretty nervous. I just need to stay focused on my real mission here, to spy on the Union. I hope Robert doesn't see the real me. I just need to stay on the show long enough to get the critical information. The Confederacy is relying on women like me. I don't feel guilty. It's not like other women don't do the same thing as spies.
Honestly, I'm not totally sure he'll pick me, but I do know that my award-winning novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin, is the best-selling book in the country, just behind the Bible, as it should be. However, if God's willing, as he was when Eliza and Harry made it to Canada in my award-winning novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin, then Robert and I will end up together. Would you like to hear an excerpt? Tom.
I'm really worried that I won't be able to keep up with the show. I'm in the works of creating the American Red Cross, so I'm very busy. Luckily, my friend Dorothea Dix is leading the organization for me and helping all those injured soldiers out there. God bless the Union.
I'm nervous that Robert is getting suspicious of my job as a railroad conductor. Anyway, Mary Chestnut is always getting on my nerves and she's always up in my business. She needs to go.
So, Harriet, what kind of trains do you conduct?
Steam trains that go north.
How north, exactly?
Well, Canada's the farthest, so what do you do exactly?
I'm a writer and a private detective. Where did you grow up?
What am I supposed to say to that? Oh, I grew up a slave and escaped? I'm not telling any southern woman that. What's your deal? Why are you always up in everyone's business?
Yeah, she insulted my award-winning, best-selling, second only to the Bible novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin, in stores now.
Yesterday she asked me how much medical supplies we have for the Union. I think she's a spy for the South.
Sure, she's totally a spy.
Oh,
The next date has been chosen. Robert has chosen Mary to go to the White House on the hometown date.
Let's go. That was close. Thank you for taking me here, Robert.
I just wanted to give you an idea about what my job in the Union government is like. And this here is the strategy room.
Oh, I need to go to the bathroom for a second. The North is consolidated. They work as one man, with no states, but an army organized by the Central Power.
Would you care to see the kitchen?
No, I'm good. We can leave now.
Oh, alright. That date did not go well. She seemed so focused on my house, she didn't even seem to care about me.
I think the date went perfectly. Now I can get out of here.
You know, I'm gonna let you choose the date tonight.
Oh goody, I know the perfect place to go.
Wow, the bookstore?
Yes, this bookstore has not one, but 2 whole shelves of my award-winning, best-selling, second only to the Bible novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Would you like a signed copy?
No, not really.
Oh, your daddy loved this book. When I got to go to the White House, he said to me, "Oh, this is a little girl who started a big war." What a peach. I think the date went really well. He loved my book. The best-selling, award-winning, second only to the Bible, Uncle Tom's Cabin. You know what? Let me read you another excerpt.
I think the date went well. She kept talking on about her book. I mean, I understand that it helped abolitionists caused by swaying moderates. I mean, I gotta say, for a woman, it's a pretty good book.
I've always loved nature and the outdoors. I'm so glad you took me here. Just close your eyes and take it all in.
Go, 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 go.
Hey, here's something. Are those footsteps?
No, just deer.
Where?
They escaped.
So tell me more about your life.
Well, after escaping slavery, I returned to the South to help other slaves escape through the Underground Railroad. During the Civil War, I enlisted in the Army as a nurse to treat wounded soldiers, and I also worked as a spy.
So you don't conduct trains and you're a spy? I'm sorry, but that's a deal breaker. I'm gonna have to kick you off the show.
What about the bayonet ceremony?
We're just gonna skip over that. So, tell me about yourself.
Well, when the Civil War first started, the need for medical assistance was very evident. So I'm trying to organize the American Red Cross, to organize all the American nurses out there. These amazing women volunteer to go out on the front lines and help the sick and wounded, or work in military hospitals. I myself have brought supplies out to the front lines to help the sick and wounded. We are also working to improve sanitation to hospitals due to all the infection. You should see it. It's brutal out there. The bayonet wounds, the gunshot wounds, amputations. Speaking of, look over there.
Oh my god! So you gonna be okay?
You're gonna be okay, but I need to amputate your leg first. Are you ready?
No.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Nice and tidy. Here, I'll give this to you as a token of my affection.
Thank you. Clara, I'm afraid we have some bad news. We've received word from Dorothea Dix that you're needed on the front line. I'm sorry. This is the end. Take your time to say your goodbyes.
Oh no! I'm so sorry, Robert. I really felt something between us. But I must go. I have a duty to the North and to women nurses everywhere. Goodbye.
That chick was weird. Who cuts a guy's leg off on the first date? Well, at least I don't have to worry about her in the bayonet ceremony.
Wow, this is literally like such a nice restaurant.
As you're the only contestant who's not old enough to be my mother, I'd like to get to know you better.
Well, I'm like a writer and I'm writing about the significance of like women left behind when their husbands literally left for war. These housewives, mothers, and widows are literally like keeping society and their households like together. They're like running the farm by themselves and stuff. They're even like tending to their children without like a father. And don't even get me started on the jobs they left empty. I can't even. Women are like literally filling every job they left behind, like factory workers. The economy would like fall apart without them. I mean, like when my husband left, oops, didn't mean to like let that slip out.
Wait. You have a husband? You can't come onto this show if you're married. Did you want to break my heart? No, just get off. Just leave.
But
Just leave. Just go.
I've like read about this like literally 1,000 times in Northwest entertainment section. I just like never thought it would be me taking the carriage ride home. But before I leave, there's one more thing I have to say. It is not Mrs. Stowe or Mrs. Howe or Miss Stevenson or Miss Dix alone who is to save the country, but the thousands upon thousands who are at this moment darning stockings, tending babies, weeping floors. It is to them I speak. It is to them whom I wish to get a hold of, for in their hands lies slumbering the future of this nation.
Robert, this is a very difficult decision. In the shortest season of The Bachelor ever, 23 women have been eliminated in the first 2 rounds. Robert, lady, this is the final bayonet ceremony. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I've gotten to know every one of you, very well. I know my decision will be a good one. Harriet, I'm keeping the final bayonet for myself. You're old enough to be my mother.
So much has been said and sung of beautiful young girls. Why doesn't someone wake up to the beauty of old women? Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Well, this bayonet will be put to good use. I've chosen to go and fight in this brother's war. I hope you understand.
I understand. It's a matter of taking the side of the weak against the strong. It's something the best people have always done.
Alright. See ya.
Now that the war is over, our two favorite Harriets are glad the fight for abolition is over. Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin and Tubman's efforts did not go in vain. With the men returning from war, all the women Gail Hamilton fought for are relieved of their jobs they held. The widows, however, continue to struggle. Overall, the responsibilities undertaken by women fueled the women's suffrage movement to be reignited during the Reconstruction era. Clara Barden founded the American Red Cross in 1881. This opened the occupation of nursing to women across the country. Mary Chestnut was not available for comment due to her bitterness over the South's loss. However, she did support the bread riots in the South.